Hello, VOD. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to day 25 of Superflat Survival. Hello, Dusty Pirate. Hello, Lenny. Hello, Any Pendragon with a dink water. Cheers. Holy moly. Any with the tier 1 sub for 18 months. Currently on an 18-month streak. Is that not a little bit insane, chat? That's pretty insane, in my opinion. Oh my god. I am so congested right now, it's very odd. Hello, that guy named Alpha. Hello, Moose Doggy. Hello, Gabika with the first time chat. Hello, Ivory, Harv, Cats Rule Schools, Nuke Boy, Nefo, Gamer Kalland with the first time chat. Hello. Dinny Urfi, Sky Shadow Ben, GX Eclipse, Scoobiac. How is everyone doing? That's two babies. That is literally true. That is literally. I'm gonna get another drink. I have my honey lemon tea today because my congestion is just terrible. My throat is a little bit scratchy. I don't know what's going on today. Ooh, that's a little warm. I also have some construction going out back, so there's just a lot of things going on today that will probably impede stream quality, so I apologize for that. But welcome back to Medium Voltage Day 25. Today, as you can see behind me, is Polyethylene Day. We are going to be making some polyethylene. Now, I know I batched some earlier to make Ender IO conduits, but today we're going to make a passive setup now that we have our oxygen fully passived over here, and we've got quite a bit of it. It's very fast. We're going to get a fully passive setup making polyethylene so we can just forget about it forever. I don't want to think about it again. So that's what we're doing today. It's probably going to be a quick one today, but that's how it is. It's going okay, GX Clips. Oh. And thank you for the follow, Gamer Colland. I appreciate that. So today on the list is a LV and an MV chem reactor, an LV distillery, and we're actually going to make an MV distillery because I want to do something, and a LV fluid heater, which is kind of a weird one. And with this polyethylene, I plan on making a couple of things. The first one is super tanks, which here is the super tank quest, and it stores 4 million liters of any fluid, which is a lot. That's 4,000 buckets worth. And it needs large plastic fluid pipes. So that's polyethylene right there, and that's what we need to get it started. So that's one big thing we want to make. Apparently the toolbox uses polyethylene, so that's something. I also want to make a item magnet, which is kind of unrelated, but it's up there. And then the last thing is I want to pimp out our magic area and make it look a little bit better than it is right now. But that's pretty much it. If you guys can hear the congestion, I'm so sorry. I might have to go like get up and blow my nose eventually. It's not very pretty. Honestly, why don't I just do that right now? BRB. Gross. Okay, how's everyone doing today? How are you guys? Imagine being icky sicky couldn't be me with my Olympian level immune system. That's fair. Hello, Moyen, how's it going? So, um, we are going to be making polyethylene with our light fuel setup. I will show you guys the recipes later, but basically, the slowest part of our light fuel setup right now is this basic distillery making sulfuric light fuel from oil at a 50 liters per 1.5 seconds rate. This is really slow. This is the slowest part of our light fuel setup by a long, long shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this to... I am genuinely perplexed on how this is happening. First of all, how is there a ghast in the overworld? Second of all, why is there a slime riding it? What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Do I have a soul vial? Hold up. I need to craft a soul vial. What is the circuit for a soul vial? I'm like literally aghast. That's Don't go anywhere, okay? I'm gonna see if I can trap him. Get over here. Come back, come back. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Wait, no, 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 no. He's he's flying. Come back, bro, please. They fly now? They fly now. Okay, anyway, Jesus fucking. So as I was saying, the slowest part of our light fuel is this LV distillery. So we're gonna cannibalize the LV distillery in our polyethylene setup and instead put an MV distillery in our power generation setup, which will double our power output. So I think it brings us to around 1,000 EU per tick potential, which is really good for now. Yeah, so that's my plan for today. That was the weirdest way to get interrupted ever. I don't know what to say. That's like just free content farming right there. Alright, I'm gonna do the normal shit. I'm gonna pattern out that MV distillery. Do. I hate electric pumps. They make me want to hurt myself and others. I don't know. I've been also batch crafting out a bunch of circuits, so we will have that for today. Missing 2 rubber rings, which I am just gonna do the cutting recipe because I'm lazy. Bronze rotor, which we'll probably need a couple today, now that I'm thinking about it. We need a MV chem reactor. Yeah, that's another bronze rotor. So let's get a couple of those going. Every copy of GTNH is personalized. What I'm saying. Like, what? Do you think that's a warp effect, maybe? That's because that would be really funny. All right, let's make that MV distillery. Missing a motor. And some Canthal or Cooper nickel wire. Whoops, we'll do that. And then that. Rubber plate. Of course. We're always out of rubber. I should probably make like a passive rubber system. I'm just lazy as hell. Backported the 1.13 Phantoms in an interesting way. Yep. And then I'm just going to grab the chem reactor as well while we're here. I don't think I need much for this. Oh, it needs 2 bronze rotors. My bad. Are you guys normally automating aluminum in MV? Well, once we get Canthal coils, we can just loop alumina and carbon dioxide something, which should be more than enough. But I'm not like automating it. I just have alumina automated with Ruby. Oh, well that's silly. I actually did not need the rotor. Here's the other advanced chem reactor. We need an LV chem reactor and an LV distillery. Is there an LV chem reactor that I can just yoink? No. Oh, actually, it's a fluid heater, right? Okay. That, that, grab that and that. Missing tin rotor. Fluid heater. Oh, I hate pumps. I do hate pumps. Let's get 3 tin rotors. Hello, Dark Magic Sauce. How's everyone doing today? What are you guys up to? We had like a tornado, like low key a whole ass tornado in Maryland yesterday, and it knocked down a tree in front of our house. It was kind of insane. It's a little surreal. Like my house is pretty sturdy, but like it was creaking by just the like 100-mile-an-hour winds. I was surprised. I was impressed. All right, there's that. And then a fluid heater, which we haven't made yet. It's a weird one. We're gonna use this to make steam. I didn't know that that was a recipe that existed. This has like 5 recipes. Hot frying oil? It has 1 recipe to turn potato strips into fries. Ain't no way. That's so funny. Okay. But the recipe we're going to be using today is turning water into steam. And that's what we're going to use to steam crack our light fuel. But that's for later. Missing tin screws, 1 bronze fluid pipe, and 4 times copper wire. Now that is a new one. Slept a crazy amount last night. That is good. I always love that feeling of just like conking out and getting all the sleep you need. All right, there's that. So we'll want 2 LV combustion generators and 1 MV combustion, or sorry, 2 and 2. It's pretty easy. 1, 2, 1, 2. Required crafts. I need some more aluminum rods, it seems. Let's go craft those out. We're running out of our gigantic aluminum stockpile. It might be time to get some more cryolite or get Kanthal coils so that way we can use the carbon recipe. Vindrake says, I take it tornadoes are not common there. We deal with them all the time. They are not common in Maryland. Adding all of modern blocks to 1.12. Okay. Trying to fix my PS3 controller. Man, I still have my PS3. I used to play Destiny 1 on it all the time. A little Taken King action. Oh, hello, Vin. What are you doing here, actually? Shouldn't you be streaming right now? Just ended. We start 2 hours earlier these days. That makes sense. I apologize. Like, I kind of took up your stream time and I feel really bad about it because I know you guys like switched to this before I did. And then I realized that this was the move. And then I kind of like crowded out your stream spot. So I apologize. All right, there's 2 of those. We're missing 31 steel ingots, 15 iron rods. Amendable. Surprisingly, you and I don't have much overlap in viewers anyway. I find that very surprising, actually. What are we missing here? I'm assuming we're missing... Okay, 1 of the small steel gears and 4 of the big ones. I might need to put some of those extruders, like viewer extruders, to work soon. I have so many extrusion recipes that all need to run in parallel. Rico, hello. Thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. How are you doing today? Let's get the small gear out of the way right now. And then for you. Perfect. We're looking good. We're looking good. We will need some fluid pipe of the potent variety and our hefty, handy dandy paintbrush. Good thing we have both. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna set up the polyethylene line right here. I think the first thing we're gonna need to do is transfer this oxygen all the way over here. And then we're gonna need to look at the line because I like to do it from NEI entirely and not like actually look at what needs to be done in like a chart. I don't know, I'm kind of weird that way. I just look at NEI and ball. Always a fantastic day when there's a Always a fantastic day when there's Superflat stream. I watch the VODs in my off time to learn about this damn mod pack. I really appreciate that. Thank you for popping in today, Rico. Is it Rico or Rico? I don't want to get it wrong. Hello. $20 donation from MV Extruder. Hope you get feeling better, 9. Well, thank you, MV Extruder. You're always there for me. You're always there for me. I'm always depending on you, and I really appreciate that. So, like the old CS player Hiko with an R. Rico? Okay, perfect. That. Craft out those. What are we missing here? Some steel plates, perchance? We're always missing steel plates, it seems. We're actually like running out of a lot of important resources. I'm down to 1 stack of steel and like less than 4 stacks of alu right now. And there's, there's random shit in my inventory and stuff. Like 64 steel rods or like, a bunch of alu plates, but I'm kind of scared for us, frankly. Yeah, we're gonna get the toolbox today. I think that requires polyethylene. There's a new Field Engineer's Toolbox by Querns. Love Querns. Querns has done a bunch of cool stuff like the infinite spray can. There's like a building trowel that he made that I love. This looks awesome. I'm not gonna read all that, but we'll get that today. There we go. All right, let's put everything back. I think that's like everything. Let me get some like fluid and item logistic stuff, translocators, maybe some more pipe. Our 4 remaining Ender.io conduits, an ultra low voltage fluid tank will always help. We'll need some cells because we're still in cell chemistry land, so that's kind of sad. But here we are. All right, so I have a bunch of stuff today. Let's start assembling things. Where'd my wrench go? It stole my wrench. God damn it. One more time. Okay, I am genuinely tweaking out. Where are these zombies coming from? The entire area is spawn-proofed. Luckily, they don't come for me. They go straight for the villagers. But that was nowhere near as weird as seeing a ghast with a slime riding it as soon as I logged on to stream today. That was the craziest shit ever. I hope one of you got a clip of that, because that was fucking ridiculous. Okay, now we have a bunch of fluid logistics stuff. We are ready to get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rip out this distillery here, and we're going to use it to upgrade our light fuel. Where did the combustion gen go? I think it's in my inventory. So I'm going to be very careful Put the MV combustion generator in the MV distillery. Okay, that's good. We want sulfuric light fuel, which is circuit 2 from oil. And that should be twice as fast at creating oil. That should be twice as fast as creating light fuel, which we'll want to fluid auto output into our chem reactor. So with that upgrade, let's go get started. New $5 donation from Tool Station. I'm a wrench fiend. Okay, one of you knows way too much about GTNH. I know it's not Aurak anymore because Aurak knows nothing about Minecraft and GTNH. One of you knows way too much and is just here to like torment me in the funniest way possible. So whoever you are, thank you. Fuck you. That's a very funny bit. I can't believe I didn't think of it earlier. That's so good. Ooh, and we should get a cyan dye for an oxygen theme, oxygen flavor. Light blue might be good enough. I kind of like, I prefer cyan. Is there a substitute? Lapis and some type of green dye? Cactus green? Is there any other way? I guess lapis and cactus green are not too bad. Cactus? Lapis? All of my tools are now just one item. I was hearing about that. I'm excited. That is such a good bit, though. Whoever you are, anonymous donor, cheers to you, my friend. I appreciate you. Alright, cactus green and lapis lazuli is cyan dye. Beautiful. We can take another paintbrush from over here. I don't think I'm going to use brown anytime soon. And I would like to be able to walk through here, ideally. So maybe what I do is like... It's a little gross. Maybe I'll just like bring it all the way up this way. That is a very bright cyan. Jesus Christ. Well, that's oxygen. Okay. So let's look into some steps here. The first step is to steam crack light fuel using our light fuel that we are producing from power gen and some steam. So I guess the first actual step is to get some steam, which requires a fluid heater. And even before we do that, let's go get our source of water that we're going to turn into steam, which is I think I have one more thirsty tank. They yearn for the shrink mod. I could turn myself into a wolf. Crawling would be pretty nice. I swear we had an extra thirsty tank. Oh, yes we do. We have two. Perfect. Thirsty tank in barrel with circuits. Damn, bro, you have quite the memory. That is very impressive. How the hell did you remember that when I can't even remember that? Actually, we should probably move that back one. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. This will work. Because then I'll do this, and then put our basic combustion generator here, our fluid heater here, and then yoink this there. Cool. LV to LV. No explosions today, chat. Please. I hear a ludicrous amount of footsteps. I hate slimes. They're just having a party without me, I guess. Okay, does this need a circuit to make steam? It needs circuit 1? Why? There's 8 recipes. What? Is there another? There's heated water, industrial craft 2, and then there's steam on circuit 1. Why isn't that just circuit 0? Wolf is necessary if you want to build the coke ovens. Oh, I'm not doing that. Hell no. Twitch chat being able to remember the most random shit possible. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do that. I was just watching VODs because I always fall asleep while you play. Damn. Bro's on that shit. We need to turn this into cells somehow. I'm not really going to worry about that for now because we will need to do some weird shit to do that. I'm assuming maybe the best way to do this actually is to auto fluid output into this tank here. And then what we can do is send empty cells in and extract steam cells. And then we need that to turn our light fuel into severely steam cracked light fuel. So that is in the chem reactor, I believe. Yep. Actually, I'm going to put the generator down first. I don't think facing an MV generator into an LV generator can cause an explosion, but I'd rather not cause an explosion given, you know, a choice. I don't know about you guys, but... Alright, so that both needs light fuel in its internal buffer, and it needs light fuel to power the combustion generator. So let's color all of that. I'm going to go over here and arrow that, arrow, 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 arrow. Perfect. I'm going to use one of our item conduits here to extract on gray. No, let's do extract on black, always active. Hello, please. Ugh. And then insert on black here. And what that should do is when we put a empty cell in, it turns into a steam cell and then gets put into the buffer of this advanced chemical reactor. Perfect. I am also just going to put 9 total steam cells in here just for, you know, just for giggles. Let's hit this with a circuit 3. That should start going. I'm scared that this pipe is empty. A 1,000 liters per second might not be enough anymore. We might need to get some thicker, potent fluid pipes. Banger song, Chromacopia, low-key better though. Okay, fake fan. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I like both. But I went to Tyler's Igor concert. That was my first concert ever. And so I have good memories with this one. I'm hoping that this is just buffering the fuel and then it'll figure itself out. Because there's no way this uses more than 1,000 liters, right? Sorry, this song is really loud. I apologize, guys. Let me... I think we're going back to Beach House today. I got another dink water from Moose Doggy. Cheers. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is extract on white, always active, and insert on white. So that way we can reinsert the empty cells as steam cells and get that fully moving. Once we get severely steam cracked light fuel, we want to distill it on circuit 10 into ethylene and auto output the carbon dust into like a trash can because I don't really care about tiny piles of carbon dust, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I guess I can keep it, but it's not like the end of the world if we don't, right? Let's do fluid auto output. And it is facing this thing. Perfect. That just needs a circuit 10. That shit empty. One sec. I'm hoping that this is all just buffering up, but if it's not, let's give it a hand. I wonder what the best way to do this is. Hello, Kushe. How's it going? Kushze. Can I call you Zay? Is that okay? No, save the carbon dust, bro. Your mom did. Your mom taught you not to waste things. All right, bro. Anyway, we have some ethylene here. I think we want to let this pile up a bit because we have a quest to get 12 ethylene cells. So I'm going to let that like go. In the meantime, yeah, we can figure out the carbon dust thing. I don't want to make another void upgrade, but I guess we can. There's our dense obsidian plate. What are we missing for this? We're probably going to need just one, right? We're missing red alloy wire. That's actually a very easy fix. If I didn't hate making red alloy, this would be walk in the park for me. Or just make a trash can. I was thinking about the trash can, but you guys are telling me not to waste, and you know, I could use the carbon. Hello, Jolly Drips. How you doing? Yeah, I actually, speaking of Beach House, I went to this concert as well. I like Beach House. Okay, how are we gonna do this? I need a drawer first. That's pretty obvious. I can't believe I overlooked that one. I don't think I need drawers for anything else special. I think all of it's just fluid logistics from here on out. I might need another one of those ultra low voltage fluid tanks. So actually, I want to talk about this. A lot of you guys see Steam Cell in NEI, and you think, okay, the only way I can get steam into a cell is by using a fluid canner, which costs EU per tick and is kind of, I don't know, that kind of pisses me off always. The easier way is simply to make an ultra low voltage fluid tank and input the items and pull them out. And that's free, causes zero energy, and yeah, no combustion generator, no nothing. It's just so much easier, I feel like, to just use a fluid tank and like conduits. So that's my little pet peeve, maybe, my something. I don't know. All right, I think I know what I need to do here. We're gonna do something like this. And then we're gonna have to upgrade our potent pipes very soon. That should help. There we go, now things are piling up. Let's check on this just to make sure that it's actually running. Yeah, it just does it in big batches, which causes some issues. All right. Oh my, uh-oh. Chat, the game really does not like me going over there. All right, my bad. It pissed me off that the canning machine exists. That and the forming press are a waste of space. Now, don't go insulting my boy forming press. Let's not go too far. Let's not get too hefty here. How do I want to do this? I gotta think about this. Perhaps what we do is something like this, and then we can output the items downward. There we go. Put a void upgrade in you. Lock the drawer. We're doing pretty good. Let's make another ultra low voltage fluid tank, which I'll need for later. I can tell. I know. In my soul. I feel it. Door stuck. Door stuck. Yeah, why did the forming press catch a stray? It's a great question. Oh yeah, we can definitely do this. Okay, we have a large clay fluid pipe. That we have. We need some iron plates, actually, which is kind of embarrassing. How did we run out of iron plates? He's right behind me, isn't he? And then water bucket. Tin plates. Gross. Forming press is fine. Yeah, forming press is fine. Fluid canner is silly. Watch though, the devs are gonna go, we've nerfed ultra low voltage fluid tanks so that way they can no longer do canning recipes. Like that, just actually, yeah, let's just not talk about this just in case. Not to like throw any strays at the devs or anything. I would never do that. Don't give them ideas. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, let's see about this. So, we definitely know that we'll need a basic chem reactor right here. Dream is already laughing. New $5 donation from Forming Press. Screw you, Toxic Bees. Damn, bro, Toxic Bees, you gonna take that? That's fucked up. Forming Press just did you in. Okay, let's do that. I want this ethylene for the quest completion, but we will need oxygen. So I think what I can do is just put this here and disconnect everything from here. Let's do this backwards. For a broken heart. Now that looks gross. When it falls apart. This is definitely one of my favorite songs of all time. Space Song by Beach House. This is a classic. I don't really need to shutter this. It looks fine. It looks okay. I might actually try light blue here. That might look better. It might just be the potent skinny pipe that might be throwing me off. Stream ended late, but at least I'm here now. Hello, Glad Guru. I'm glad you're here. Let's grab another Ender IO conduit, and we're going to do the same here. I'm actually going to color this cyan on extract for oxygen. And then we're going to insert on cyan. There we go. And then extract on white, always active, and insert on white. So this is the same deal here. We're going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These oxygen cells will go into the ultra low voltage fluid tank, get put into the chem reactor, and then once the chem reactor uses those cells, it will output the empty cells back in and loop them. And I think we're going to use, are we going to use the circuit 9? Or are we going to use the circuit 1? Is there a difference? 30 EU per tick, 8 seconds. 30 EU per tick, 56 seconds. Actually, is that a time save right there? That looks like a time save? Am I crazy, chat? Because it's 8 times as much polyethylene, and then it does it in 56 instead of 64. So yeah, let's actually, we're gonna do 16 oxygen cells, so that way we have one recipe loaded up always in reserve. Nice. 12k liters of ethylene. That's our quest that I can just get out of here. And then we need the polyethylene quest next. So this will just auto output to the right here into this. We're going to do circuit 9. Pop that in there. And that's just going to go. Are you a GregTech expert? I have completed the pack before, which took me 2,000 hours last time I tried it. So I would consider myself accustomed to the pack. How's that sound? I'm used to its quirks and its weird bullshit. It would be nice if the chem lines had checkbox completes, like StarTech. I find it tedious to need to specifically wait for 42 cells. Yeah, I agree. I think the reason they do this is to make it so you actually do the line instead of batch crafting. Because batch crafting this much polyethylene in early game is like kind of ass. Or maybe they do it because they know you need such a big batch to get on to the next part of the quest, right? The quest book. Who knows, right? I don't. And there's our polyethylene coming through. And you can see that the cells are always recycling through. This is perfect. It might be eating our light fuel at a rate that we simply cannot handle, but we'll need to check in on that later. Because we did just buffer up like a huge amount of light fuel into these combustion generators and such. But how much light fuel is this using? Every 8 seconds, this uses 1,000 light fuel. Which is not that much. Divided by 8, 125 divided by 20. Because that's per tick. It's only 6.25 light fuel per tick. Which is a lot of EU, actually. That's like 3,000. Is it 300? I forget. $305,000, which means it's 300. Okay, so that is equivalent to burning 1,875 EU per tick of light fuel, whatever we're doing right here, which is a little intense. Might not fly. We'll see. Why did I think I needed 2 chem reactors here, though? Should I flip these 2 chem reactors, maybe? 16 seconds to make 800 liters. 12 seconds. Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should make the final chem reactor the MV one, and then turn this one into the LV one. This seems like it's explosion prone. Whatever I'm doing right now, I'm not super confident in this. I'll just let that go. Grab the steam cells. Okay, let's hope that nothing explodes. Let's grab a couple more cells, actually. All right, let's do the swap. Chat, do you agree that we should probably switch these two? Because it seems like that's a bottleneck right there. All right, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna pray that nothing explodes. We're gonna pray that it goes faster. I don't know why I'm praying. I'm not really religious at all. Hope, perchance, perhaps. Okay. So this is now a LV chem reactor. Cool. This will be the MV chem reactor. This is on circuit 3. 1, 2, 3. Steam cells go back in. Light fuel in. We have a bunch of severely steam cracked light fuel that I will never be using. Oh wait, does that go here? Cool. Circuit 9. Polyethylene. Oxygen. Cool, cool, cool. All going. Grab that back. Connect that back there. Ooh, I'm sweating here. I'm scared. I'm hoping that this is all good. All right, now we can set this to fluid auto output, and then we're good to go. I think. I hope. Oh, here's our ethylene. We can put that in there. That's twice as fast now. 28 seconds, which I think makes a lot more sense for what we're doing. Why are you using light fuel over raw oil? Do we have it? I don't know. Is there a reason to use anything else? Are we talking about for polyethylene specifically? Because I don't think raw oil distills into ethylene, which would be the key, right? We do need to crack it or do something with it somehow. I think refinery gas is definitely the most optimal, but I don't want to make another refinery gas setup because I'm lazy as fuck. I hope that answers your question. All right, so now that it's done, let's explain the whole line. So yesterday, we made oxygen. This whole setup electrolyzes sugar beet into, extracts sugar beet. This whole setup extracts sugar beet into sugar, which we then electrolyze into oxygen cells. The oxygen is brought over here for later use. We have a fluid heater that turns water into steam, and then we have a little cell cycling thing over here. We take our light fuel and steam crack it into severely steam cracked light fuel, which then gets basic distilleried into ethylene at a 1000 to 250 ratio. The excess carbon dust, tiny piles of carbon dust, go into this drawer, and the ethylene gets put over here and reacted with our oxygen that we're making from sugar into polyethylene. And that is the whole magic. That is all it is. Because we produce light fuel as a fuel itself, this is kind of nice because we don't really need to think. We just let it go, right? It's just part of our fuel line at a certain point. I was gonna say I'm severely cracked. That was kind of blindingly quick, actually. I'm surprised that we got that done in such good time. But we're gonna wait for this polyethylene cell quest, and I also want to make a super tank. So let's get everything we need for actually 2 super tanks at least. Let's just make 3. Fuck it, why not, right? We're rich. We are rich. That's 12 LV circuits, 6 aluminum plates, some pulsating iron, which we actually need to make some more of for conduits, I believe. Hermetic casing, which is the plastic, that's polyethylene that we need to solidify, and then electric pumps, which I absolutely hate. Boo electric pumps. Fuck it, why not make 4? I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me anything, I don't know anything. Damn, that is flying. So that should be the quest to get a bunch of molten polyethylene. That's awesome. Let's use that. Let's make our super tanks. I am only moderately cracked above your pay grade. Yeah, pretty much. What do I look like, rich? The first thing we should do is probably mix some pulsating iron up. Let's just do a huge batch because I like this stuff. There we go. Ender pearl dust, iron dust, and redstone alloy dust. That's gross. I can't lie to you. Let's do 48 of that. That's a bad number. 8 redstone, 8 raw silicon. Hello, Arabi. Cheers. I got some water. I think you guys need to drink water too, because that's our goal now, right? That's our thing. So I better see you guys getting out your water. I'm watching. I'm in your walls. So cheers. Yep, yep, yep. Coke Zero is not water. Chat, clown this guy. Ender pearl dust. Do we have enough ender pearls? It's like 90% water. Oh, nice. Fucking thanks, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Villager bro just absolutely hooked me up that time. And that is exactly 22. All right. I'm going to be lazy right now. Iron, yep, yep, yep. Okay, so let's put this in our mixer at circuit 2. I need to macerate some stuff first and then also grab some iron dust. We are still using the basic steam macerator. I still have not upgraded. I don't know if I ever will, honestly. I don't do a lot of macerating because I don't have a lot of ores, right? I feel like the use case is when you're actually like going out and mining shit, and I am not. I'm a vanilla Coke girly. You know what, actually? Okay. My uncle used to have this diabolical drink. He's like total redneck. I have my cousin. My 3 cousins, incredible rednecks. One of them cooked up this incredible drink, which is vanilla Coke and peach schnapps. Now, how you come to that conclusion as like a entire redneck, I don't know. But that shit is so good. Genuinely shout out to that recipe. So good. All right, let's get the pulsating iron in. And actually, why don't we steal some oxygen? All right, this song is a little loud and it goes on for a little while, even though I like it a lot. It's called PPP, which stands for piss poor planning. That do sound kind of good, TBH. Exactly. Exactly. You get it. All right, pulsate my iron. Go. Pulsate my scarab. I didn't like that actually. We are cooking polyethylene. We're gonna have 4 million no time whatsoever. We might run out of power though today. Although I don't really have much to do with power, so hey, we'll probably be okay. That's something you can only come up by only having those two things available. That is so true. That is such a truth nuke right there. You know what's cool though is now that we have polyethylene, we can make machine casings or the machine holes a lot cheaper. So previous recipe was this with the cast iron and the extra aluminum plate. Now we can just chuck it all in the assembler with a copper cable, and it's that much freer. So that's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. People have been brainwashed by Big Lager. I love fruity liquor, and I've never really gotten cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper clear. Wait, I'm trying to keep up with chat, but you guys are so much going on. Next time I'm at BSWS, I'll grab some peach schnapps and try the redneck special. I don't think he knows that it's the redneck special. Blast furnace is so slow. There we go. Now what? Hermetic casing, so solidify plastic fluid pipe. I'm just gonna get all this stuff together while the ad break is happening, so I don't like you guys don't miss anything. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I don't have a large pipe mold and I'm lazy, so 18. 8 hatchet. Dog, I don't even think I can fit 8 hatches on this thing. Like, legally, it wouldn't allow me to. I wish, bro. That's funny. Well, that ain't right. What the fuck just happened? I'll just put some more cells in there. Hopefully it doesn't fuck anything up. Let me double check this. 25. Okay, you guys back from the ads? I watched a movie last night. I watched The Fifth Element again. And I liked it a lot, except I thought it was kind of creepy, not gonna lie. Have you guys ever heard of Born Sexy Yesterday? The trope, the specific trope. That one came to mind when I was watching The Fifth Element. And while I really liked a lot of aspects of it, I don't know, the Bruce Willis character was just very weird with this very childlike character Lilu, which I was like, this is very weird. The idea is that she's like a perfect being. So she's like created out of DNA or whatever, some DNA strands from aliens. And she doesn't know anything about human civilization. So that's the trope, right? Like you get this woman who knows nothing about civilization. So like a very average kind of middling guy gets to teach her everything about civilization. I don't know. I can't explain it as good as they can, but it's just it was a weird experience. I feel like the movie would have been a lot better without like a romantic thing between Lilu and Bruce Willis's character. More rubber rings. There's one. What are we missing? There we go. And there are 3 super tanks. Let's see what the quest says. This tank works the same as smaller GT tanks, but holds way more, specifically 4 million liters. The only thing you need are tons of LV circuits. Whatever, whatever. I'm rich. You can store the same amount of fluids as a steel 5x5 railcraft tank that contains all contained in one single block. That's what they're trying to say. And there we go. One of those things where random dude meets robot girl and teaches her about emotion. Exactly. 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 Okay, so we're gonna use our super tanks here. Yeah, that's what they're called. We're gonna use our super tanks to store our polyethylene here. So we can fluid auto output into here, and now we are rich. There's a couple of cool things about these. One is they have a fluid auto output like machines do. They also have a lock fluid mode. And if you want to lock a fluid and you don't have the fluid, what you can do is pull it from NEI into this filter, and that should lock it. And there's overflow voiding, which we're not going to use, and void full. Try not to click that button. It rarely helps. We can also go ahead and replace this with the super tank. And we can do that. Perfect. Perfect. We are rich now. We are officially rich. I'm going to lock this as well. I'm going to dye this cyan for oxygen. I guess I can dye this like, it's already gray. It's already polyethylene gray. We're good. I mean, what do we do now? I guess we go get some stuff. Super tanks are only second to my favorite block, the LV lathe. You guys know what to say. You all know what to say. So let's get a toolbox using our new polyethylene powers. I guess I'll put that there. And I know I'll forget about that tomorrow and then someone will tell me about it. So let's now focus. Let's now focus on that toolbox, which uses polyethylene. I've never tried this before. This is a new 2.9 feature. Apparently it's really good. Here it is, the Field Engineer's Toolbox, a container to hold your tools. Pick, block, select active tool. Interesting. Seems pretty simple. Let's get it going. Rose, red, orange. I have some more poppies, that much I know. Chest is here. Iron rod, 1, 2. Steel casing we can do in the thingamajig. The L in lathe stands for love. Is this a loss? How are we doing on fuel? We are running alarmingly low on it, actually. That's good. That's great. I like that. I'm a fan. One thing we can do is actually connect a super tank to the output of our fuel, which would be interesting. Let me do that real quick. That way we can buffer up even more. And I'm going to lock that right there. Fluid auto output to the right. And we'll see, I guess. So here's the toolbox. Is there a circuit here that I'm missing? Oh, it's a chest here. Okay. That's a LV recipe, 30 seconds. Hello, Jester. And there it is. I don't quite know what this does. Let's check it out. It's got a wrench slot. That's nice. It's got a lot of slots, in fact. We have the soldering iron, the crowbar, battery. That's interesting. Wire cutter. So, oh my god, that is very loud sound. First up. I don't really know how this thing works. Oh, okay. So if I middle click a specific thing, like the hopper uses a wrench to change the output faces, and the cable needs a wire cutter. So if I middle click those things, it'll switch to that tool in my hand. Now that's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. Huh. I wonder, could I do... Wow, it auto switches to crowbar too. That's really nice, I'm not gonna lie. And I have a radial menu as well from middle clicking the air. Okay. Yeah, I'm sold on this. This is really nice. Let's get a hammer. Just for the giggles. Maybe a screwdriver as well. I don't think we really need one often, but might as well, right? Oh, whoops. God, I hate how it doesn't save the one that I want. There we go. Aluminum screwdriver. A little soft mallet action, never hurt nobody. And a battery. Speaking of batteries, let's go make another one so we can make the item magnet or the dislocator from Draconic Evolution. We do need a small lithium battery for this and some magnetic steel. Let's go get that going. There's also goes in a maintenance hatch if you're not gonna do it. Oh my god, English. Yeah, I guess I could use it as maintenance as well. That's awesome. Thank you, Querns. Every Querns change I've seen, I have been a fan of. Magnetic steel ingot. 1, 2, 3, 4. QLNS. Yeah, exactly. Okay, battery alloy. So remember yesterday, or I don't know, a couple days ago, We found out a way to duplicate battery alloy because we have no access to antimony. So we found the battery alloy nugget duplication recipe. And now that we have some excess battery alloy that I can work with, we're going to make a item dislocator, which I would have made in LV if I could. Um, but it requires a small lithium battery, which was going to be the challenge before. This has some battery alloy plates in it. So let's go make that right now. Do we have lithium? Yes, we do. Surprised. We have a basic canning machine as well, and 16 extra MV circuits. I will take that any day. Are you updated from daily 515 or better? The toolbox is already there. I am on 544 currently. Now let's check out the toolbox in action. Oh, that's awesome. I have to say that is pretty nice. I'm gonna have to get used to the workflow with it, but it's like an all-in-one tool slot. Can't complain. Plus, I think what this means is that it's the crafting station is gonna stop nabbing my tools. Actually, that's the biggest flex. Is there any way to get the healing axe on Superflat? Yes, I have it. I did that last VOD. If you want to check the VOD, I have that, but that'll also be in my next video that I release, which should be soon, actually. Now that we have polyethylene and all of our magic is sorted out, basically all we have to do is run to the finish line and do Kanthal stuff. Like Kanthal coils. There's a couple of roadblocks in the way of that, which might cause me to have some like quick streams where I just pop on, hit a roadblock, and then have to like breed crops for 2 hours on my own time. Because I haven't calculated ahead and I don't think I will. Oh, speaking of questing, totally forgot. We finished our batch of stainless steel yesterday, so might as well pick that up and get the quest. Okay, let's pick up our battery. There we go. And let's make our item dislocator from Draconic Evolution. I should have made this a long time ago, but I didn't have access to battery alloy, so it's nice that we do. Basically, you right click it and it auto picks up blocks in a certain range. I think you can also put it in your bauble slot somewhere and then keybind it. So let's see. Draconic Evolution toggle magnet on X. Oh, there we go. It works. So this should make harvesting crops a lot easier. Oh, that's really nice, actually. I've been really missing that. Oh, man. Gone are the days of running around chasing after all the drops. That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, it's just hard to get antimony on Superflat. For real. Yeah, the last thing we should do today is I wanted to make my magic area a lot prettier than it is. That's why I had some glowstone farming going on. I will use it for an aesthetic block later today. But the first thing I want to do is get some rock breakers going. And this is going to be kind of awkward because my entire base is made out of wood. And in order to get a rock breaker working, we need lava. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this right now. Honestly, I might just have to like elevate it off the ground. I did turn off fire tick a long time ago, so maybe that will be enough to like hopefully not cause anything terrible to happen. How many olivine is on the gambling machine right now? We can go check in a bit. Probably far more than enough. If you turned off fire tick, you can just place the lava on the wood. I think that can still cause explosions, actually. Holy oxygen, we already got 1,000,000. We've got 19 green sapphire and 22 olivine, which is not bad. That's a good 2 gambles right there. 75% chance of winning. So the rock breaker is a unique GTNH machine. It's easiest to look in the quest book to tell what all of this stuff does because the tooltip doesn't really say anything useful. Basically, there's different configurations on how to get different types of rocks out. So we can get cobblestone with water and lava on each side. We can get stone with water on the side and lava on the top of the actual machine, by the way. Obsidian, we get lava on the top, water on the side, and redstone in the machine. If we want netherrack, it's lava on the top or side, water on the side, and glowstone in the machine. Basalt is lava on the side, soul sand below, and packed ice in the machine. And cobbled deep slate, which I want today, is lava on the side, soul sand below, and 1 magma block in the machine. We need a magma block, and I'm not sure if I can make that. There's a meteor ritual to do it. Wait, what is this meteor ritual? Fusion coil? For ancient debris, 1 ancient debris. What the hell is this? Magma block. Let's see, lava, magma cream into a magma block. Yeah, I guess we could do this. We definitely have slime balls. Blaze powder we can probably manage. Hello, Mr. Jelly. How's it going? First time chatter? Cobbled deep slate enjoyer, Giga Chad. Yeah, it's time for some deep slate. It's deep slate in time. It sounds weird, but you have such a soothing voice. That's not weird at all, actually. I get a lot of comments about that specifically. Like people watch my VODs to go to sleep, which is actually a big compliment in my book. Hello from Lost in Tokyo too, by the way. Hello, how's it going? I can't do the whole bit-based thing that people do. There's not enough contrast. It's hard to watch. I find that there's a lot of blocks that look kind of like comic-y almost. Like it's just as if it doesn't fit in the Minecraft world at all. I don't know if there's a better way to describe that, but like there's a certain amount of stylized realism to the blocks in Minecraft. And when you get into something like Bit, it just looks kind of fake. Like it's just doesn't really make any sense. You know what I mean? The bone cracking, I hate it. Well, we can't make everyone happy. I'm gonna yoink some more light fuel. First of all, we should probably keep a tank of light fuel just in case. And second of all, I'm gonna use this for the rock breaker, which I'm just gonna suspend off the ground and pray. So that should be magma blocks. Actually, that's magma cream specifically. we'll need 2 buckets of lava here, which we might have in our smeltery, but we might need to go explore in. It looks like we have just enough in our smeltery. Nine reading multi-block descriptions ASMR when. I like ASMR a lot. That would be kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. And then finally we put this in a compressor with... Hold up. Am I getting fucking trolled? There's no liquid slot in my compressor. Wow. The fuck? It's multi-block only. So that's a big fuck you to anyone. Like, what? I guess we're not getting deep slate on Superflat for a long, long while. That's kind of fucked up, I'm not gonna lie. I guess we're not making a pretty alchemy setup. You can get it from a crops loot bag? Magma block? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it in my version. Do I have to update? You can get deep slate from a crops loot bag? Well, that doesn't really help me much because I need quite a bit of it. Unless it does. You can't actually compress deep slate into deep slate, cobbled deep slate, which is weird. There's no way to turn deep slate dust back into deep slate. Wow. I think that just looks like an oversight, honestly. I wonder if that's different in newer versions. So chat, what are we thinking? Do I cheat in a magma block so I can make deep slate so it looks good? Or do I update my game and pray that it works? I think today we just call it, honestly. We'll find something else to do and then just call it a day after that. You can only centrifuge dust and beta 2? I don't know what that means. We can centrifuge the dust now. Check the compressors to see if you can make one with a fluid input. Is there a steam compressor? Like a multi-block? I don't think this accepts fluid hatches. Doesn't take fluid item out input, just items. Huh. I mean, the cost of the items is nothing. I mean, I don't really want to cheat, even if it is for pure aesthetic purposes. Huh, this is very strange. I'm really not sure what to make of this. How would you get deep slate otherwise? Well, we could do this eventually. There is a multi-block compressor, the large electric compressor, that is an IV multi-block. So we would have to wait until IV before we could get a fluid input to make this magma block. The other option is getting meteors in like HV and EV and just doing this blue ice meteor. I'm just kind of like I'm miffed because it seems like more of an oversight than it is an actual feature. Like I don't think they would like be like, yeah, you're not allowed to have deep slate generation before IV. Let's see, is there anything crazy within any of this? Not really. Silicon dioxide, aluminum, metamorphic mineral mixture, bismuth. Titanium is in titanite. EV multi-block centrifuge. Dude, I don't know. Well, let's look at our checklist and figure out if there's anything else we can do today. I guess we can look towards Canthal coils. I see no problem since it's for decoration. Yeah, I know what you guys mean, but I feel like I want to do it kind of legit. We should probably get some Canthal going today. Let's just move on. Let's make an advanced chem bath as the quest book is telling us to. Genuinely a little stun locked by that, I'm not gonna lie. I guess no one has ever been in this very specific position before, right? With a super flat run. Or I guess even a GOG run. It's kind of new. Hello, Tomodovadu. Oh my gosh, that is a name. Hey, GTNH just had a great video on it where they still locked in low voltage. Well, hello. Welcome in. Not quite sure if I know what that means. Let's get some rubber going. Two 2.8.4 LV compressor has a fluid input, comma, strange. Yeah, maybe we talk to the devs and ask them what's up with that. That does seem a little odd. This seems like more than a GOG super flat thing. So if that exists in 2.8.4, chat, what do we say that we just put the item in the compressor, burn the lava, and grab a magma block with red wrench? Because I feel like that would make a lot of sense here. Where did I put all that shit though? Low key. Was it over here? Yeah. Yeah, right? So I think there should be a fluid slot in here. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take this stuff. I am gonna turn off my magnet. We are just gonna burn all that. Come on, you. There we go. And in return, I'm gonna red wrench myself a single magma block because I think that's what Gaben would have wanted us to have. It's an LV recipe. There used to be a lava slot for in 2.8.4. Seems like just an oversight. And with that, we're gonna make our deep slate today. I also want to have cobblestone, so let's try making 2 rock breakers today. We have diamonds, very few. go grab some of our. There's no lava slot in 2.8.4. You sure? I'm being told two different things. Why would it be an LV recipe if they didn't want it to be LV? Yeah, we gotta ask around here. Mm. Okay, iron rod. Let's grab one. Ooh. Oh my gosh, we're so low on steel. Hello, Mokba. How's it going? First time chatter? Ba 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 ba. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I opened 2.9 beta 2 and no fluid slot in LV compressor. Hmm. I wonder. I wonder why that got removed. I'll ask around in the dev chat after I'm done with stream today, and then we'll come up with an idea tomorrow. I don't feel any super way about just grabbing a magma block using that recipe because we're not using it for any progression. We're literally doing it to make deep slate to make my wizard area look a little more pretty, and that's it. So I don't feel really bad about it. It doesn't really feel like cheating to me. But if you guys disagree and you feel some different way, please let me know. We are finally going to be able to do the efficient machine hall recipe now that we have polyethylene. That's a godsend. I have been missing that actually a lot. I feel like I'm being very wasteful without it. Aesthetics is allowed via gate rules. I agree. I agree. I think I just felt like we were doing so good this run with like even there was zero backup, zero anything so far. And that is our first like anything. Okay, we got to figure out how to make these diamond grinding heads. We need 8 double steel plates, which is 16 more steel. We are running dangerously low on this. Time to blow up an yeah. Yeah, pretty much. What a conundrum. Who would have thought that today we would come into this very, very weird, very niche conundrum? Have you tried logistics pipes? No, and I'm not a big fan of them. I've had them used on worlds that I was on. And hello, Havenwright. Sorry, first time chatter. Wouldn't feel bad. Aesthetics is important and allowed via gate rules. Yes, yes. Uh, I'm too lazy to bug report. I'm in the dev chat. I'll ask him. I need you guys to tell me, should I be an LP hater? Is logistic pipe hate like warranted? It seems really laggy. Like all of the experiences I've had with logistics pipes are incredibly laggy. Okay, We have now obsoleted prison gangs. I have no clue what that means, but these two rock breakers should allow us to make both cobblestone and deep slate, which I'm just going to use really quick to make my wizard area look a little bit better. But we do have to, I've turned off fire tick because we need some lava in the world, but I'm probably just going to elevate this off the ground a little bit just to make sure that we don't do anything crazy and just put a little roof over it. So I'll be back when I've done that. It is laggy. Logistics are a pain in the ass to set up. Okay, so I got one hater with a very good... Lag is like the worst. I do not fuck with lag at all. So one hater with a good background, good argument, and that's pretty much all I need, right? I am not going to use the cobble rock breaker for anything specific. Um, just doing it for cobble because we genuinely we don't have any on super flat. Uh, let's see. Water and lava on the side. Cobbled deep slate is lava on the side, soul sand below, magma block in the machine. So if I do this, this, and we got to cover this from rain, potentially. This does look a little goofy right now, but we only need like a drawer of each, so. How much EU per tick does this use? 30? Okay, we need 2 more combustion gens, LV. Uh-oh, we're out of steel. That might be awkward. Can we do this recipe with the cast iron? Or is it cast iron dust? Yeah. Circuit 11 oxygen. Yeah. We have a ton of oxygen now. I'm gonna cut off the polyethylene thing real quick because I'm getting scared that it's gonna destroy all my fuel reserves for now. So I'm just gonna untoggle that real quick. Give it a little breather. Oh man, that's fast. 2 ingots. And 5 seconds. We're so back. All it does is waste a little bit of carbon dioxide, which I am voiding excess. I love this song too. Thank you, Resident. That's it's a good ear. That one was Olsen by Boards of Canada. My base is spaghetti, macaroni, logistics pipe monster, but it's still stable 5 milliseconds per tick. I mean, yeah, I mean, not that. It's mostly FPS lag, actually, from what I remember. Where's the microblock saw? Ooh, building that is wood. Yep, finally. I don't see the saw anymore. We might need to make another one. I'm switching the music. This shit is a little too ethereal. Let's make a couple of panels, or more precisely, glass covers, which we're going to use to hold our liquids. I just think they look cute. There's no like actual functional reason I'm doing this. And we are going to attach this real quick. 1, 2, 3. And get our lava in between. We need soul sand below one of these bad boys. I'm probably not going to include any of this in the video. I'm just going to pull up with deep slate. I'm not going to lie. Or like do a quick voiceover section. It's just like, yeah. Then we made some deep slate with a rock breaker type shit. All right, so I have noticed that these drawers can catch fire. Even when fire tick is off, for some reason, the sides of these drawers can catch fire. So anything remotely made out of wood, you're gonna wanna put a cover on it. I'm also gonna do this to get 2 glass strips and just do that to the front of the barrel. So that way the front doesn't catch fire either. Just be very, very cautious when you work with rock breakers and drawers specifically. I guess I might as well put water here. We'll know what you did, 9. Someone's gotta... All right, 1, 2 of you. Get some tin cable, 1, 2. Grab 4 things of polyethylene. I'm just gonna grab a stack and bring it over to the assembler. Lying to your viewers. Always. Oh. My neck is hurting. The treachery will not go unknown. What are you guys gonna do? I'm scared. We're missing something. Maybe it's plates, maybe it's gears. Probably gears. There we go. What else are we missing? Ah. I finished Soda Dungeon the other day. I've also been getting the itch to play Undertale again. I feel like that would be a fun, like, variety stream. I keep saying this, but I just never have time. I feel like between all this music shit, like, I was working on my engraving for my symphony, or my first symphonic work. That was taking up a bunch of time. I'm working on some more GTNH OST for those who are interested in that. For 2.10, I've been doing a lot of random bullshit. Yeah, people have been asking about that, and I feel like it's time to start working again. Let's put a little buffer tank. Or even better, I don't even need to put that much of a tank here. I can just put like a Certus Quartz tank here. Can you tell us what's coming in 2.10? As soon as the devs tell me, I'll tell you. Genuinely, it's impossible to know what finishes in time for the dev cycle, you know what I mean? What I will say is I definitely can confirm that I am working on soundtrack that I would like to have included in 2.10. If Dream Master accepts it or not is up to him at the end of the day, but it's how it is. Have like a new menu theme because I know he's been wanting to replace the menu theme for the longest time. The old FNAF thing, the FNAF one is just not doing it for him, I think. All right, what are we missing here for the deep slate? Hubble deep slate, lava on the side, soul sand below, and one magma block in the machine. Chat, am I crazy? Is that not the recipe? It's circuit 1? Why are there circuits in a rock breaker? I mean, you know what? That's totally fine. There's no other use of the magma block in the rock breaker. I don't know why that annoys me so much. Hello, Nevo. Thank you for the prime sub. I really appreciate that. That's so silly. All right, let's work on some other stuff that we're going to use for aesthetics today. One thing I want to look into, I saw this on Cat and Vin's stream. Look at these lantern blocks. These things are beautiful. There's a bunch of different variations of them. I was thinking we could go either purple or cyan for Thaumcraft. I think purple makes the most sense, and you know, it's one of my new favorite colors. So let's get a couple of those that we can work into our build. We might also want some chain, which could be cool. Here's the recipe for that, which is why I was getting glowstone. And of course, chain is the most diabolical recipe ever. 8 steel rounds, 8 steel rings. Oh god. There's the rounds. Let's grab a ring mold from here. That's a cell. It's close. Close. Hello, Astro VT. How's it going? Astro. Are you from Brazil? Don't ask how I know that. Astra? Cool. Nice to meet you, Astra. I've seen your YouTube videos. Well, yeah, they're out there. Thanks for popping in. No, you're from the US of A. That's cool. Let's get a little ring thing going on here. How many rings does one ring? One, two, is that 3 rings per 1 ingot of molten steel? That's a really weird number. No, it's like 4. It's 4 rings. Wow. I'm impressed. How is Superflat treating you? It's treating me not too bad. I'm using basic item holders, which are in GTNH. This is a feature. You put it in the machine as a cover. Do we have a forming press? Yeah, we must, right? Kill the lathe. Fuck this lathe. Circuit, why, what is it with these weird circuit 1 recipes that don't need circuits? I'm like, it's actually peeving me way more than it should, I think. There's some chain. Down with the lathe. You get it. You already get it. Don't even need any help. All right, let's make 16 of those lanterns, which is a stack of iron ingots. Damn. A stack of glowstone and a stack of glowstone, or 16 glowstone. Boink, boink. Yoink. Grab that. These things look cool. Thank you, Cat and Vin, for showing me that. I love those. Hello, Jack. How's it going? Okay, so here's what I think we're gonna do. We're gonna do like this weird texturing thing from the outside to in. I want the darkest deep slate to be the main block right around the center. We're going full aesthetics mode today. For the rest of the stream. So if you're not interested in just watching me build and yap, I totally get it. But I want to let you know that that's what's going to happen for a little bit. How the living... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. How are there so many of you? Okay, what the fuck is this? Oh shit. I'm straight up gonna die. Unless I can snipe this stupid little fucker. How do you fight that? What the fuck? I don't even know whether to be mad or not. What the... Also, how are the zombies getting in? If it's the stupid... what's it called mechanic? The raid mechanic? That actually pisses me off. How did all of you get in here? There we go. They're leaving me alone now. Another thing we could do is get some great wood going on, because I feel like that would be a nice palette to work with. The center block should be that one. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh my god. New $5 donation from Lightning Fast Baby Zombie. I'm simply just better. Okay, that's fucked up. Oh my god. You guys are gonna kill me. Not any faster than Lightning Fast Baby Zombie can. As all things with building, chat, um, building is a process that is kind of embarrassing. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Building is one of those things that just takes so much failure. Like if I were to look at this right now, that shit looks like booty ass cheeks, right? In order to build something, you really need to go out on a limb and just be comfortable with something looking terrible. And that is the lesson I want to impart on you guys today. It is okay that your build looks terrible. So let it be terrible first and let it exist and then make it good. If you take anything away from today, that's what I want it to be. Hi, Orak. How are you doing? I miss you. Let's do Vault Breaker. It's not that bad. My brother and I have been playing it. I need a faster axe. This applies to all forms of art. Just make it exist. That is true. That is exactly true. I'm gonna move this plant here because I'm really not fucking vibing with it right where it's at. Maybe I'll just put one right here because we only ever really need one ink bloom. What I want this to look like is as if like lightning struck down on this area and it is suddenly just magical. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a patch of earth that has been rendered into the world. Maybe I should put away the diamond spike. That's probably what's causing the zombies to spawn on me, honestly. Because they can just teleport through walls if they feel like it when the mechanics go off. Also, I'm not really fucking with all this random bullshit in my inventory. Can we get a crafting table over there, like a bench? Let's do 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we want to do some like great wood and like other stuff, I feel like. It does look a little bit goofy the way it is. that right? Yeah, I guess it is. I do want to add some dithering to this, which is when you make it. So see how these walls here have this weird like diagonal pattern to it in their gradient. I think dithering adds a lot to Minecraft builds, so I'm gonna give that a try. I give it a little shake around. Okay, it's time to start making this look real. I guess we can start with the deep slate tile. I want to make some like cool lanterns, like hanging ones, so we can do that on each side here. We're gonna go 1, 2, 1. Forgot how I did this on my test world. I had a really nice lantern design. Cheers, Waverly. How you doing? Oh, this is the wrong world, I think. Yep. At what point do we expand out the border walls? I think what I'm gonna do first is make more cubes, like make more areas, but we'll see. Can I adapt this at all? Not really. I like see the shape. It pokes out here, it has an arch here, goes out straight there. Let's see. Oh, Dither, I hardly know her. Okay, that's what you were going for. Can't believe you. That doesn't look terrible. It is a good small scale recreation. That just looks a little too big, I think. We need to do something about that. That's not bad. I'll take it for now. Are you going to install the Distant Horizons fork when you're building out? The Distant Horizons fork is currently running on my machine, actually. It's working. How are you doing, Electrica? Or Resinger? That's who asked. Still looks like ass, but we're getting somewhere at the very least. I think one thing that could help us is like great wood, perhaps. Like a darker wood to go with everything, and like bookshelves in the back. And then I need to make this a lot less less natural. Let's do that and that. Sorry, chat, I'm locked in. I apologize. This is not like, this doesn't happen all the time. That looks already infinitely better. Chat, look at that. In like 5 seconds, we already just, I swear the dithering just does so much heavy lifting. So let's also dither the inside here. Dither these nuts. Green Goblin just took over me, sorry. There we go. That's looking a whole lot better. Now, I think we need to put some like bookshelves and great wood stuff in the background. I think that'll help us a lot. On the lamps, if you place 3 fences above the bottom walls in place of the 3 wall posts with the great wood fences, it might look better. If you place 3 fences above the bottom walls, oh, like 1, 2, 3 here. It's a good idea. We can give it a try. We actually need to grow some great wood today, though. It's a little trick to get a little more storage space out of your area. Just put a little stair there, and then the barrel peeks out just barely. No, I was trying to Shazam the song. What was it? Oh, I have it all in a playlist. I can show you later. Just ask me later. We do have some good great wood saplings over here and silverwood. We might as well use both. Some red or green carpet in front of the tables. We might need to do purple if we do carpet, but I think carpet is way too saturated, in my opinion. Love me some great wood. Oh yeah. Did these respond to bone meal at all? Or like, does fertilizer work? No. It wouldn't, right? That doesn't make any sense. Do we even have bone meal? I don't think so. How far is the hoe of growth? It's infusion. Whoa, okay. I forgot that bone meal doesn't work on that either. Done sorting through the recipes of all 6 elements of Flatline. Owie, it's gonna be fun to build. Yeah. Doesn't Great Wood have to be a 2x2? Does it? Is this guy tweaking, chat, or is he right? Is he Loki? We can do an experiment. I think I might leave stream here today, though. Like, we've done everything. This looks serviceable for now, and then I'll have this done on my own time sometime soon. I think we've been through a lot today, honestly. I'm happy with the progress we did. Like, our magic area is looking fantastic. We got some new quality of life with the toolbox. And most importantly, we finished our polyethylene line. So, next stream you see me, which should be Friday, will be kind of like hardlining progression. We're going to get Kenthal, we're going to get ILC, we're going to try working on these integrated circuits, these much better circuits that we have access to until we get stuck on transistors, which need some stuff that we don't have. And yeah, I think that'll be an interesting day tomorrow. Let's call it for today. Let's go find somebody to raid. Let's see, who is playing GTNH? MC Term is on. Got some Russians. Touring Uncertain. English casual plays GTNH with 1 viewer. How about we raid Touring Uncertain? That sounds kind of fun. All right, chat. Touring Uncertain does not accept incoming raids. Okay, that's actually my bad. Yeah, I didn't know that was an option. I guess we'll get System 101. So, reminder, be kind to yourself and others. Do the best that you can. And remember that nothing you learn is permanent. And the only way to truly learn something is to change the contents of your soul. That is my wisdom for today. Let's go give System a bunch of love. It looks like he's playing a 2.9 world on amplified terrain gen, which looks really fun. So I'll see you guys around. Peace, everyone.